Hey guys, what's going on? Coming at you with a Tuesday morning video. Today I'm going to talk about one of my smaller stocks, but it's one of my crypto plays. So today I want to talk about Voyager Digital. Ticker is VYGVF. It's a strange ticker for Voyager Digital, but that's what it is. It's a smaller company, obviously. It's under under $1 billion. So yesterday they reported their earnings, and the stock plummeted 26.1%. So that's obviously a really big correction. It's a very, it's small cap. So what I did yesterday, because my position is basically fully built out for where I want it, I kind of sat on my hands on it. Just want to see how it kind of plays out. Not looking to get out of the position. I believe in crypto long term. I believe in this management team long term. I think Voyager will do great things in the future. So it's kind of one of those things where just being careful with my money, because I just want to be prepared for like a massive pullback. As you saw yesterday in the market, Sunday night it was very green pre-market, and then you wake up Monday and it's red all across the board. China is literally a disaster. They're not growing. They're still on lockdowns. They don't know when they're going to end. Basically, there's rumors that they're going to end in June sometime. So that could be June 1st or June, the end of June. We don't know. So there's a lot of turmoil over there. The whole Russia thing is shutting electric off to Finland, and Sweden want to join NATO, and there's just a lot of turmoil right now still in the market, just continuing. But at some point, all that's going to stop and the market's going to flip once the sentiment changes. I kind of see it already changing, but obviously Friday we had that really big rally. My personal portfolio moved 10% Friday, and it gave back. Let me just see what it gave back today. It gave back 2%. So I still made 8% if you factor in yesterday and Friday. So still great. So it didn't U-turn completely. It kind of just took, people probably took some profits at swing trade and day trade, to be honest. But anyways, some notable things with Voyager Digital is the revenue grew 70% year over year. That's really good. Just for crypto's basically been going down. So people have lost interest in crypto. Obviously with the Terra Luna thing going to zero, and just basically Bitcoin just downtrending the past 6-8 months. It doesn't really make crypto exciting, but the next bull rally we have, I'm sure people will fire up their accounts, find the best brokerage they want to use, and this and that. One reason I love Voyager is the rewards program is great. Just the cash back when you hold Ethereum and Bitcoin, which is what I hold, they pay it monthly. It's almost like 4%. So it's really good. Love that part. If you get like Coinbase or FTX or something like that, the rewards aren't as great holding those coins. So that's why I like Voyager a lot. I do like that they partnered with the Dallas Mavericks and Mark Cuban. So I think he's a very savvy businessman, and anything that Mark Cuban gets his hands into will succeed, in my opinion, most likely. EPS loss. So they're still not profitable, which is, anything not profitable in this market, it's getting hammered because interest rates are going up. But on the positive side, year over year, they came in at 0.03 EPS versus 0.49 EPS. So they're getting closer to profitability. So between the revenue growth, which is great, EPS is getting closer to profitability, so they're doing all the right things. This is even more crazy. Crypto's been pulling back quarter over quarter. The user growth on Voyager was up 9%. So new users. So that's good. It's still growing in this kind of market, and just no stimulus going around anymore. The markets are pulling back in general. Crypto's kind of squeezing right now. So 9% growth is really good in this market, in my opinion, especially for how competitive this market's getting. You have FTX flying around, you have Coinbase flying around, Robinhood, and things like that. So there's tons of brokerages for it, but I do prefer Voyager personally. Their debit card. So this is something I was really excited about. They were doing teasers about it last quarter, or maybe in the fall of 2021. But anyways, I pre-ordered, I got pre-approved. You don't have to run credit, obviously it's a debit card, so you preload the money in. But I went on that early list to get it, and I have not gotten it yet. And I was actually curious about that, because if you go on the Voyager app, it still says debit card, and it says you're on the wait list, which I'm on, I've been on, but I've gotten no updates via email or I've gotten anything in the mail. So in the report, they did say that all debit cards will be sent out this current quarter. So if you don't have that debit card or were wanting to get it or wanted to know where it was or forgot about it, should be coming this quarter. They said they're gonna get to everyone. So I'm real excited about that. I'll do a review on the debit card and let you know how it works and what I think about it. So that should be pretty cool. So I'm excited for that. Basically, it's a risk-off market right now. So anything not profitable, small caps, or anything that doesn't have a lot of cash flow, people are leaving those stocks. Personally, I'm really not too scared about it. I mean, I know recession or not, we'll get through it just like we have every single time. Interest rates are going to raise for, we don't know, 6 months, a year, maybe 18 months, maybe 2 years. But at some point, they're going to have to flip when the demand stops. And then they'll start lowering. So it's kind of like if you're a long-term investor, which I am, it's something I'm really not worried about. If I believe in a company, if I believe in the industry, I'm just going to buy and hold. That's kind of my style. Obviously, I do take profits if something gets frothy. I obviously wish I took a little bit more in the fall and summer of last year, but I didn't, so I kind of held on to them, which is fine. But we'll get back to 52-week highs eventually, as long as the management team keeps killing it and they work towards profitability. They keep growing revenue, keep growing users. If their debit card does great, I'm sure that will make people go use the app more and stuff like that. I know they're talking about making a better desktop version or a desktop version of Voyager, so that should be interesting. So that's kind of my plan. I'm just going to hold. I'm going to get through it. I did not buy anything yesterday. I'm just being very patient. I have about 8% cash in my portfolio. I don't like going under 10 unless like the market hits like 52-week lows, like the SPY and QQQ, which it is not. It's kind of float like the QQQ's floating around. I believe it's floating around like 300-ish. The zero fib line I drew was 308, so we're still under it. So I'd want to see the QQQ go down to like 280 or 290 for me to start buying, and I'm going to buy my favorite stocks of that. That's my plan. If I buy stock, obviously I'll let you guys know and make a video about it, what I bought, what percentage and all that stuff. So it's kind of where I'm at with Voyager. Still love the stock long term. I might be kicking myself in a couple months or a year down the road being like, man, I should have bought when that earnings came out when it fell down 26%. Wouldn't surprise me if this stock went green today and took some profits back, like it has like a 5 to 10% rally back, because that's a really big sell-off and some people might be trading that. But it's kind of my opinion. That's I love this stock, like I said. And if you guys like this video, make sure you subscribe, like it. I'm trying to get to 800 subs by the end of this month. I think we can do it. I know I'm close. I think I'm like 30 or 25 subs away. So if you hit that subscribe button, it's much appreciated. Till tomorrow, peace.